Testing, testing. Dude, I just can't get enough of this band. It's actually unreal. Okay, are we live? What's up, Tyler? How's it going? What's up, Light Glory? What's up, B-Teen? What's up? What's up, Jello? Jello, my name, I'm not the throat goat, please. I've retired that name. I no longer go by the throat goat. I've denounced it permanently. Who's the band? It's Good Kid. What's up, Jonathan? What's up, Robert? I'm ready for my maths class. The stream is, I don't know, maybe it'll be a little math. We'll see. We'll see. So okay, this was, let me explain what this even is. Also, I'm kind of fucked. A little bit fucked. The audio is going to be a little strange here. We're going to have to figure this out. Goaty Throaty, what's up, Riven? How's it going? Hope you guys are all having a great day. Let me see if I can just get some sort of, yeah, just something simple. Okay. How does that sound? You guys can hear that all right? Okay, yeah, that's probably fine. Yeah, wow, I'm early today. That's kind of crazy. Why does your eyes look high? Oh my god, I guess I kind of do. That's the lighting. Or I'm just like low-key really tired. So anyways, what this is, this video this video is a project. So pretty much, here's what I want to do. I had this urge to just go in and kind of just break down this video that I posted today. If you guys haven't seen it, it's about the damage formula. I highly recommend you watch it. It was fun. It was a good time. I tried to solve the damage formula. It's fun. Pokemon, great. So anyways, as you can see, this video is fucking absurd. There was just so much that went into it. So many minute details. And I kind of just want to like use this stream as an opportunity to talk about those things. I'll probably get into like some technical stuff, but like not really. Break down like a lot of the small decisions that I made with it, because a lot of it I feel like, you know, maybe people don't consciously notice. I like to think that like people subconsciously feel like a lot of the small bullshit that I add, but I don't know. I kind of just wanted to consciously talk about it because I fucking love this stuff. I love making this shit, and I really just want to nerd out and geek and talk about things that I am really passionate about. What's up, Soft Moon? How you doing? What's up, Hat Guy? And also too, I hope if you guys are creative people and you make creative things, you maybe get something out of this. But I also want to make it abundantly clear, like, the way I do things isn't the end all be all way to do things. I mean, that's like the cool thing about making shit, right? Is like everybody's shit is really valuable. And the way people make things is super fucking cool. And being able to make things is super fucking cool. So I want to preface this by saying that anything I talk about, whether it's something I do or a strategy or fucking a music choice, or like, everything is subjective here. Everything. Even the amount of like fucking just the bullshit, everything is subjective. So I just want to make that abundantly clear. Hope you're having a great day. I'm having a good day. Honestly, today was kind of like my chill day, which is nice. I really needed it. So it was really good. Details matter, Frank. I love the small details. I appreciate that. And I appreciate all y'all's kind words. Seriously. Everybody's been super nice. So let's just get started. The first thing is the thumbnail transitions into the video. Like, this is the thumbnail. I mean, it's obviously, I put it into Photoshop and I tweaked it a little bit, but like the first frame of the video is the thumbnail, which, by the way, steal like an artist. Everybody's like, copy. No, you don't copy. You take inspiration, and there's nothing wrong with that. And a perfect example is this. I got this idea from a fellow creator. His name's Tavi. Shout out Tavi. I saw he was making a bunch of videos where he would do, he'd have the thumbnail and then it would seamlessly transition into the video. And he's been doing a couple videos like that recently. And I really liked the idea. I thought it was great. I thought it was super cool and rad and awesome and very tight. So I yoinked, I yoinked and twisted it. And me personally, I don't see anything wrong with that. I think as long as you go in, you add your own spin on it and you innovate on top of like whatever you're doing, you know what I mean? And it kind of worked out because I wanted the thumbnail to be me and, in front of the formula and being very simple. And then it also worked out that this was a good way for me to introduce what the formula was, You generally make my favorite content on YouTube. The effort does pay off. I appreciate that, Heck Guy. Thank you. Copy and then expand upon. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing with anything, right? Is like everybody, you look at what other people are doing, you put your own spin on it. And what's kind of cool too is like, especially when you're just getting started in making shit or you're learning something or whatever, the best way to learn is to replicate and build upon what other people have made because you put the reps in, right? Like, God, I mean, and you subconsciously take inspiration on so many levels. Like, I mean, you could probably point out 50,000 things in this that are like, oh, that's inspired from this, that's inspired from this, that's inspired. But like, there's so many things that like you just take little bits and pieces, but then you combine it together with your own worldview and shit, and you make something cool. So anyways, let's just start actually watching it. This is the formula that Pokemon uses to calculate how much damage you're going to do to an opponent. And it's very easy. Extremely easy. I mean, it's literally just a bunch of division, multiplication, addition. You just plug in the numbers you need, and you can figure out exactly how much damage you're going to do. There is no more difficulty involved here. You could have a 5th grade reading level and do just fine. You know how sometimes you get an idea? So, okay. The music kind of picks up there. We're getting into it. It's getting a little spicy. So there's this thing that people throw around as like a YouTube strategy, whatever. And I don't know. I've been trying to distance a lot of what I've been making from like the typical like retention. I mean, you hear people talk about it, like the retention hacks, right? People are like, oh, you got to have subtitles. You got to do a cut every 5 seconds or fucking, just like I'm not articulating myself well, but like the editing for retention where it's like, oh, maybe you have, like the beginning of the video, you have like, coming up, right? Like they show like a clip from later in the video. It's like coming up. And then it's like, oh, I got to see what that is. And you stick around, right? It's like making babies. Okay. I'm going to trust you on this, Riven. I don't know where this is going. You take a bit of yourself and a bit of someone else and mix them together. Okay. No, that was a good analogy, I guess. What's up, Quinn? How's it going? Stream's buffering? Oh no. Let me know. Can we get a nut check? Can we get a nut check? Is everything good? Anyway, so there's what people say is like right away, you should reaffirm the click, I guess, right? So like they click on the video and they immediately get a reaffirmation that this video is going to deliver whatever expectation they had in their head. Okay, looks like we're good. And like I think this kind of does that, right? It's like me talking about the formula, yada yada yada. But recently, honestly, I've been trying to avoid, and it's so ingrained in my head, right? But I've been trying to avoid editing videos thinking about anything except what I want to make. Like almost selfishly to a point. Like I mean, there's long periods of silence in this. Well, not silence, but just like what a lot of people would consider dead air. There's a lot of moments in here that I guess we'll get to where, it's just like when I say needless. Maybe people would consider it needless. Like, oh, just cut it. Like that doesn't just cut it. Like what is that even in here for? Like there's a clip of me saying, yeah, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. You know what I mean? Like, but I think it adds a lot of authenticity. Like I've been really trying, and I was thinking about this before the stream. I A lot of the times we like whenever you guys bring up the face reveal video from a while ago, I'm always like, oh God, it's my worst video. It's the worst video I've ever made. But honestly, I think the worst video I've ever made is a video that I put out in the past year and a half. And honestly, I think it was a while ago, but I think it's 2 months ago. It is I spent 12 hours. I have to rewatch it, but looking back, I spent 12 hours shiny hunting in public. It's posted a year ago. I think that's actually the worst video I've ever made. And the reason I say that, why is everyone saying nut? We were just doing a stream test. Let's watch it. Okay, I'll pull it up. Honestly, I cringe even watching it. Okay, but let me just show you guys. I haven't seen this video in a long time. I'm honestly scared to look at it. Okay, and the reason why I don't like it is the end here. I don't know. I'm scared to even watch it. So apparently there's 3 post-credit scenes, but everyone's left.
No, we need to watch it. I'm dedicated.
And I haven't gotten the Swadloon.
I mean, yeah, if my kid's
I'm
born.
pregnant.
You are showing your weight very well.
Yeah, thank you.
I gotta say, there cannot be another one.
There's literally 3.
No way. Are they just playing the movie again?
I'm in the tri-state area.
The truth is, I never got my 3rd shiny. This right here.
Later on.
I go to your school.
Shiny.
But honestly, I don't think I needed it, because what made today special was not the shinies. And to experience more of that, I had to close the DS. I cringe, bro. Do you know why I cringe? I cringe because it feels inauthentic. It feels forced. And I know, like, you gotta maybe watch the full video to, like, really understand how forced it was. But, like, this is, like, something I've actively been trying to avoid, because I feel like when you're making anything and you're, like, pouring yourself into it, it needs to come from a place of authenticity, especially on YouTube. I think that's as I said, subjectivity, but like that's. So I've really been trying, dude. Yeah, and like obviously, like the right, like whatever the line was, like it's also really cliche and stupid. And it wasn't authentic. It didn't feel real. So I've really been trying to make a point with the videos I've been making lately that everything is legit. Like if I'm feeling something, that's like it's a real feeling I'm having. Like, or if I'm not feeling anything, that's a real feeling I'm having, or lack of feeling. You know what I mean? If something in the video turns out where it's like, oh, you know, this wasn't difficult, or this was difficult, or I felt this way, or, and also I'm trying not to lose the what's it? I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I'll talk more on that, I guess, later. I think I think of you as a creator, always find your other videos cringe and like bad. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah. I mean, I cringe at the last video I made. I cringe at it. I'm gonna cringe at this video in a week. I'm gonna cringe at this video tomorrow. Like, but that's a good thing. That's a good thing, right? Like, you know, I can be proud of what I've made, but also I want to keep, you know, I want to keep improving and keep making stuff that I'm happy with. Multiplication. Anyways, let's keep going. I know we've been. You just plug in the numbers you need, and you can figure out exactly how much damage you're gonna do. There is no more difficulty involved here. You could have a 5th grade reading level and do just fine. You know how sometimes you get an idea and it's just... And then this was kind of like a subconscious thing. You know, okay, this man, a lot of this is gonna sound so fucking stupid. This shot, whatever, was like, because I was like,
You know how sometimes you get an idea and it's just
you know, it's like running through my head, the ideas. I don't know. It's whatever. I just
like
whatever.
you just need to do it. That's kind of what this is, I think.
So like this was just kind of like establishing, hey, I'm in the room, and then the cuts were just like, a lot of this is intuition. So much of this is intuition. Like 90% of the cuts I've made here are not conscious. Like I'm just like, oh, okay, just kind of feeling out the music, and I'm like, okay, yeah, cut here, and that just comes from experience, right? Like that just comes from like making so much shit, and then like finding like the pacing and the cadence that like makes your brain tingle, you know? It's engaging though, like cringing at the past. Yeah, moment, of course, yeah. I didn't get the curtain bit. The curtain bit. Oh, this part? Dude, I don't even fucking know. This was, literally, I'll show you. So I have a multicam sequence set up where all these cameras are synced together and I can switch between them just by clicking on it, which is really nice, by the way. And out of these 4 cameras, this was the one that just felt the most right. I mean, I do like this because it shows the whiteboard. I don't know. That's my only reasoning.
You just need to do it. That's kind of what this is, I think.
So, I'm going to try to win a Pokemon battle by solving the damage formula in real time. Like every turn, I have to calc how much damage my move is going to do before I can click it. Then, you know, a little build up there to silence. You know.
Is it gonna stop?
Let's start by taking... I love doing that, man. I love having just like... You know, they say contrast creates focus. Is the thing. That's the thing. Ah, man. You know, oh, man. This stream is... I'm like, I almost didn't do this. I want you to know, I almost didn't fucking do this. Because I feel like it's really cringe. I want to just say, I am not an expert. At all. And like everything I'm saying is like, I purely edit off of vibes, and it's all subjective. But they do say contrast creates focus, and you know that just means like balancing out like a faster paced, louder moment with like a slower moment. And there's a point where I do it like there's like the biggest extreme of that later on, but
is it gonna stop?
Let's start by taking this formula and then simplifying it down. And then, you know, we kind of get into it. Like, look at this. It literally goes off the page. That's kind of also reaffirming the click, right? Like showing it actually in the video or on the web page. Like, yeah, no, this formula is fucking crazy. Like, it just keeps going. And then the title card was just kind of a vibe check.
The level times 2 plus...
I had the idea for so like all the title transition cards here are like, it's like learning the formula, practicing the formula, or testing the formula, practicing the formula, and then conquering the formula. And I had the idea to have it all be, you know, blank and then the formula. And I was like, okay, that's kind of cute. Like, I wasn't going to do it, but then I had that idea and I was like, oh, you know, and that'll be a good way to split it up into sections. And also it kind of tells people like, hey, you know, there's a lot of steps to this, or there's more steps than just this. Like, this isn't the whole video. You know what I mean?
The level times 2 plus 2 times power, which is... Okay, so that's just...
And you see how that was kind of timed to the music? Where it's like...
Is... Okay.
You know, and I love doing shit like that. I literally, the way I cut is I do a first pass where like I trim all the bullshit out, and then I end up with, you know, just a bunch of clips, maybe like a couple hours worth. Well, it'll be like a couple hours of clips, but like all these clips are like usable clips. So I trim it down to like that. And then I'll just order things. Like I don't do, cause like a lot of time there's like obviously the order of the clips, and then there's like J cuts and L cuts where, you know, you cut it like right here where you cut the audio in. You can't really see it here, but like like right here, like you cut the audio in before the video switches. So like I'm talking here because I mean, but obviously I'm, you know, the footage of me actually speaking is not here. I do that obsessively. Every cut that I do is like, because I mean, like, look at it. The audio comes in way before, like sometimes way before the video, and I feel like it makes it flow really nice. I love that look where it's like the audio comes in, you hear it, and then you see it, or sometimes you see it and then you hear it. You know what I mean? So it's easier to follow that way as well. Yes, I'm not quite sure what exactly part you're talking about, but yes, 10 things in music and general is an area I'm actively trying to improve. I love how you do it. Thank you, Hack Guy. Yeah, I feel like I kind of that is, out of all the parts of the process, like that is my favorite part, because and a lot of people maybe say not to do this, but once again, editing is subjective. Do it the way you want to do it. And also make whatever you want to make. But the way I do it is like I order the clips from like a story perspective. So it's just okay, this clip, what comes next, like that. And then when I actually go to do the cut, right, which is like all these J cuts and transitions, and like I always fade. I mean, you could see like I always add a fade between every single audio track so it's smooth. And then, you know, things like music, I usually I do the cadence of the cut to the music a lot of the times. People say don't do that. I like doing that. I think it makes everything flow really nice. And also I love how music can emphasize certain points. So like, you know, it like having a beat on a cut. And sometimes it's not always following the music, of course, right? Because like that would get really repetitive and you know, monotonous, I guess. But you can use music and you can kind of feel how the cut's flowing and just kind of fucking, you know, check the vibe on it. And then, you know, if something needs to be emphasized, you could line up a beat like this part, like exactly this part. Because I mean, like, look at this. It literally goes off the page.
The level times 2 plus 2
and that's
times power, which is...
Then it's got that build up, and then it's like, oh, this is what it is.
Okay, so that's just move power, which I mean that's pretty easy to figure out.
And then like that's like another
Figure out. Please stop.
Audio stops or me talking stops.
Figure out. Please stop. Please don't make me get violent. Don't make me get violent.
And then I put this clip because I thought it was funny. Thank you, horses. You're so goated with the sauce, it hurts. Thank you, horses. That's very kind of you. And thank you for the super chat as well. But yeah, I thought this clip was funny. Let's see.
Figure out. Please stop. Please don't make me get violent. Don't make me get violent. I'll get violent. The attacks.
I don't know. I watched that back and I was like, this has to be in the video. It's just funny. And also it's kind of there. The reason why I put it in between all this was well, first of all, to transition it. A lot of the times I'll intercut something else, like something completely different in to better connect this and this. So it doesn't feel so repetitive. Kind of breaks it up, you know, gives you something else different to look at, right? Which I like. I also like how this is more of a slower moment. You know what I mean? Like we've been going, and then it's like, okay, we're gonna take a break and watch Frank throw a marker at a wall. You know, I think it's fun. And then also it kind of reminds you like, oh, the formula is still going. You know what I mean? It emphasizes it's like, oh shit. Well, it's still going. You know what I mean? So I think that's fun. Anyways.
Don't make me get violent. Don't make me get violent. I'll get violent.
And then the music cuts right as I love doing these abrupt cuts. You know, normally, and also too, the video comes in a little earlier here because if I cut it exactly on the sound, you wouldn't actually see the marker much. So I left in these couple frames of me throwing it.
The attack
And then I kind of like how anyways, yeah, it's funny. I like it.
stat of the Pokemon using the move is divided by the defense stat of the Pokemon.
And this isn't gonna
move.
That's not gonna play back well, but
that makes sense. And then for some godforsaken reason, everything is divided by 50. And there's a random 2. Okay, this right here is the bulk of the formula. Everything that gets
I love this part. Sorry. I probably should have played it first.
the formula. Everything that gets added on after is, I mean, these are moves and items and abilities. And
So I love doing this where I'll cut from me saying something here into something that I said. Like these clips were, I mean, these clips were recorded days apart. And they were never intended to flow into each other like that.
everything that gets added on after is, I mean, these are
I mean, you know.
these are
And that I mean, God, that takes a lot of tweaking, right? Just like, you know, like I had to fade out the is a lot because it was a little strong, and then it felt weird going into this. Also, like once again, the J cut makes this feel so much more seamless because with the video coming in before I even finish it, it just blends it really well. Also, the music, I really fuck with the music. I don't know, it's just a vibe. And what's cool too is, so the website I'm using for music, I literally for this video, I started using it. It's called Epidemic Sound. I'm not sponsored or anything, but they have the stems. They have the stems of all the music. So what that means is you can have all the instruments separate on different tracks. So like, you know, this is just that. And then this is just the melody or whatever. Which is really cool. That's really cool because it means I can cut out certain parts of the music or cut in certain parts of the music depending on the vibe. So like right here, it's just, I wanted it to be light and kind of, you know, whatever. So I have literally, it's just the melody and then whatever this is. And then I add in other parts of the song later. Like I add the bass in here, probably at a moment of, I mean, I guess we'll see.
is, I mean, these are moves and items and abilities and pretty much anything that can impact damage. If it's a crit, this number will be 1.5. If it's not a crit, it'll be 1. Every single time you use a move, there's a range.
This was the first time I've used After Effects, and it's like FL Studios, yeah. So it's like all the instruments separate. That's it because it lets you time out the energy shift of a song to it. Exactly, like, dude, like when you only have the song, and especially when you're trying to time things out to music, it's tough because, you know, sometimes you're rearranging the song trying to make it work. And it's way harder. It's way harder. But like with all of it separate, I mean, you could do whatever you want, and you could have, instead of emphasizing moments by rearranging the song to have like a certain beat play on whatever, or a certain moment in the song happen at a certain point, you can just add or subtract instruments to emphasize a point. Which is literally, this is the first time I've done this. It was great. It was awesome. Which made it a lot easier to put the musical emphasis on things I wanted to put emphasis on without having to do all the bullshit. So yeah, this is After Effects. I learned how to do this for this video. Where you have like a track, like you track the hands and then you have a line between it, and then it like extends to wherever your hand is. So that was pretty fun.
There's a range of damage it can do. Like, it'll never do the exact amount of damage every single time, even if all the inputs are the same. So we're gonna have to calculate the high end of that and also the low end of that. If the Pokemon is a Terra type, god damn it, Gen 9. Okay.
You hear that? And then the drums come in.
God damn it, Gen 9. Okay, honestly, no, I think this will be fine. It's gonna be 1.5 if the move is stab, or if,
and then as I'm like thinking here, I take the drums away.
Or if no, it's kind of complicated. I'm really trying to keep this simple. So
also this effect here is it's called Scientific Filter, and it makes the audio sound like kind of mute in the background. I use it all the time. Same with, I have like a reverb on it. You see that? It makes it sound way more distant. I love this effect. It's so good for like fading in audio, and I use it all the time, or like having like someone talk in the background, or just even having a sound effect feel muted. Like it's still there, but it's not so like in your face. The salt that contained you had any more goat in it, it'd be illegal. You flirt with the limits of goat sauce. That is the most insane thing anyone has ever said to me. Thank you, horses. That's very kind. That's funny.
No, it's kind of complicated. I'm really trying to keep this simple.
What's up, Nightmaster? How you doing?
So if you're a Pikachu, you Terra Electric, and you go for Thunderbolt, you get a 2. If you're a Lantern...
Dude, this entire thing was a happy accident.
If you're a Lantern...
That little shake there, I noticed that I shaked the board, and it just happened to work with the Thunderbolt thing.
If you're a Lantern, and you Terra Electric, and you go for... You're a Lantern.
Like, that was just a happy accident.
You're a Lantern and you Terra Electric and you go for Thunderbolt, that's 1 point. No, I think that's 2. If you're a Lantern and you Terra Water and you go for Thunderbolt, that's a 2. Or that's a well, shit.
If I were to cut anything from this video, it would be this part. But I didn't cut it. Because I think it just, I don't know, like it's a little bit long-winded, and like Terra doesn't really show up much later. So like all the explanation doesn't really like if I was being conscious about it, which most of the time when I'm cutting like this, it's just like flow, right? Like I'm just like, oh, this maybe makes sense. Yeah, like what Hat Guy said. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I think it's cool because it shows me like struggling with it. Like being like, oh, it would be this. Oh, no, it should be this. Wait, oh, nobody used Terra Water, then it should be this. It also kind of just shows like how many different numbers could be, like how many different states the game could be in depending on, you know what I mean? And like it's like this for like every variable. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not here to be hypercritical. Like, and that's the thing too with like YouTube editing, right? That's the thing with YouTube editing is people are so, once again, this is subjective. We're not here for objective truth. But I feel like people are very cutthroat, right? Like a clip has to add so much value to even remotely be considered for the video. And there's some merit to that, because like when you're trying to compress a video down and you want to tell a story in like an efficient way, and in the most cohesive and concise way you possibly can, it's like you want every moment, every frame to have meaning. But I think people mistake like the meaning for like value. You know what I mean? Like this moment, or like the moment later on, like where I say I'm going to go to the bathroom. It's like after the ad read, I almost cut it. This part right here.
Now back to math. Oh my God. Okay.
So I literally drop my controller. It lands on the you don't see it, but it lands on the joystick, and then the guy just starts spinning.
All right, he'll do his thing. I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Just, if you guys could keep an eye on him, that'd be great.
So this moment is fucking pointless, but it's not. You know what I mean? It's not. Because it humanizes, and it sounds stupid to even like justify, like, oh yeah, this clip needs to be here because it adds humanity. Like, no, but like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm just doing this and I gotta go to the fucking bathroom. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to, the clip can just be there. The concept of MA. I don't know what that is. I feel that since I make shorts mostly, I always feel pressure to make a really good decision with what I decide to cut out. It's a great transition. Yeah, well, hack guy, I get that. Shorts are hard. Shorts are hard. I do like shorts though, because as hard as it is to keep it in that time frame, it is also kind of cool because you're kind of forced to think outside the box, right? Like sometimes constraints breed creativity a lot. Sometimes, actually a lot of times. Just in general, constraints are pretty, because you're working with a limited tool set. Like I find myself like, dude, fucking when you give me unlimited layers and unlimited fucking and unlimited time. Well, I don't. That's honestly time is the only thing stopping me from sitting here and working on this for fucking ages. Like I could sit here and work on this for the rest of my goddamn life. I mean, that's an exaggeration, but you get what I'm saying. Like it's so easy to get carried away, and in some ways, I think I do. Like I've been trying to really reassess what makes a great video. Because the hundreds or fucking tens of 20s of fucking layers do not make a great video. They don't. You know, me emphasizing music or adding in bass or doing a J cut or fucking color correction or fancy transitions or keyframes, or that does not make a great video. What makes a great video is the shit underlying the story that's there. And like the fucking like the vibe, like what you're trying to convey, like what you're trying to say, the emotion that's poured into it. And I think a lot of these things can help elevate that. You know what I mean? Like the music and me timing it and emphasizing certain points and doing smooth transitions. Like, I think it emphasizes like the what I'm trying to say and what I'm trying to express and the story that I'm trying to show. But at the heart of it is like, you know, and this is why I go back to hating that other video, is because the authenticity just wasn't there. And, you know, some of the transitions and even the moments are kind of funny. And, you know, like there were some flashy edits that I think were cool or whatever. But, you know, it's really like all that shit is like the cherry on top. It's the cherry on top, but it doesn't make a good cake. You know what I mean? That's at least, because I find myself a lot being so wrapped up in, you know, doing all the fancy shit. But I've really been trying. That's why, like, you don't see me, like, dude, years ago, I would have a slide transition on everything. Or I would do zoom ins. I would do zoom in every clip. I haven't done a zoom in a year and a half. Sometimes I'll crop in or whatever, but I try, and like, even it's like with After Effects. This video was the first time I've used After Effects I used it twice. I used it, well, no, in the actual video, I used it only once for that one thing with the line. And then I used it in the ad read. It's like Japanese concept of negative space, taking the time to breathe, thinking of the train scene where a face are sitting in spirit away. It's not necessary, but it's a moment to breathe. Exactly. The most important thing, man, and like this is why it's so hard to explain this stuff. And this is why it's so subjective. And this is why it's so great. Because if you're making something selfishly from you and you're expressing something that you genuinely feel, and even if it is just a, you know, whatever, like this is like a stupid little Pokemon video. But I like to think you can express those things even in a stupid little Pokemon video, right? Like the Pokemon stuff is like, it's like the boat. It's the boat that drives it, but like what's the vibe, the emotions that are in it, I think are really tangible and real. And I think trying to like capture that authenticity is like something that I really am trying to like overly value. Because also too, it's like, I don't know, man. I used to keyframe swipe all the time. The stream became way more philosophical than I expected, and I love it. Yeah, I don't know. Well, let's keep going. You guys get what I'm saying.
If
Like Okay, like I leave in the stuttering. I leave in those, like, I'll do that a lot. But because I think the stuttering says something, you know what I mean? It says, first of all, that I'm a fucking person. And third of all, first of all, that I'm a fucking person. And second of all, that I don't know, like I'm trying to figure something out, and it emphasizes that, you know?
Okay, honestly, no, I think this will be fine. It's gonna be 1.5 if the move is stabbed, or if
Oh, come on, bitch. Come on, bitch.
no, it's kind of complicated. I'm really trying to keep this
Damn, you're really not going to play back? That's crazy.
simple. So if you're a Pikachu, you Tara
Oh, wait, where were we? We were over here.
would boost the special defense
We'll just
by
start here.
50%, which means we would have to plug it in here. How do you do a percent sign? God. I hate math. This is the thing, man. Look at this. If the target's an ungrounded flying type that is not being grounded by any other effect and is holding an iron ball or under the effect of Thousand Arrows type is equal to 1. The fact that Earthquake does more damage depending on if a Pokemon's underground or not. Target's a grounded flying type unless grounded by an iron ball or Thousand Arrows. Supreme Overlord, which is King Gambit's signature ability, does more damage based on the amount of Pokemon that have died. Desire's ability is Scrappy. Treat normal and fighting abilities that reduce damage like Fluffy or Multiscale or Shadow Shield. Odorous with a Miracle
Glaive Rush? What the fuck is Glaive Rush? I don't know.
Freeze Dry. If the move, if these flying strong winds are in effect, use the move to be super effective. Like, shut up! Like, shut up! I'm not. That's above my pay grade. This is gonna be the 2 + 2 = 4 of Pokemon battles. I'm not doing that. Like, we have you guys gotta understand. We have 60 seconds to not only make a prediction, pick a move, and actually play the game, but also to calc the entire. Like, we need to figure out we gotta do 2 formulas for the max amount of damage the move can do and the minimum amount of damage the move can do every single turn. We have to run this through a calculator. We just need to know exactly what we're going for.
Okay. I love this part. This is what I was talking about earlier, where it's like the contrast creates focus sort of thing, right? You have this slow moment right before this insanity, just borderline fucking absurd moment in the middle. And then another, like, just dead moment. And I love it. I love it so goddamn much. It, like, I don't know, man. Like, as I said, like, you see, it's literally, this is fucking, how long is this? 45. This is almost a full minute. This is almost a full, I think it's almost a full minute. It's a little less. I don't know. It's a long time of just nothing. Just me talking. But I think it's really engaging. That's what I'm saying, man. Like the people that here's the thing. If you're at 100%, and people have said this before, but I'll say it again. If your video is at 100% the entire time, you're not at 100%. You're not at 100%. It feels, it's going to be very, first of all, it's going to be probably too fast. But second of all, it's going to be just very monotonous. It's not going to feel, it's not going to create retention. Like, being fast for the sake of fast does not create retention. It does not make people engaged. It's the contrast that calls attention to moments. Like, this moment stands out so much, not because it's just fucking ridiculously fast, but also because it's sandwiched between moments of silence. Well, not silence, but you get what I'm saying. Like, just deadness. And this moment stands out even more because it's followed up by this mental overload of bullshit. And it works really well because, like, at least I think it works really well because this is how I felt. You know what I mean? I felt so overwhelmed with the amount of shit that's in this formula. And by overwhelming the viewer, I was like this is perfect. It's perfect. Like, I love it. So I wanted it to be so fast that, like, you couldn't even process. And I wanted it to come out of nowhere. And I wanted it to end out of nowhere too. The shots of Oras had me cackling. Yeah, it also, I'm not gonna lie, the falling pipe sound effect. I was laughing with that. I was having a good time with that. And then like the middle finger thing I thought was funny. It's just I don't know. And then like the whatever. Can I ask you about a specific? Oh, of course. Yeah. Crunch. Let me know if you let me know. And I like this part too, because it's just like I feel like once again it's just like authentic. Like I hate math. And also it shows like how long it's weird, it's crazy, right? Because like I can sit here and like post analyze this, but really like I would be lying if I was thinking of all this shit when I was making it. Like as I said, 90% of everything that I've made is just intuition. It's like watching something back and being like, oh, this feels right. And half the time I don't know why it feels right. I just know it does, right? And sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't know what feels right. Sometimes I'm sitting there for fucking 3 days looking at the timeline, nothing is coming together, and I'm just like, this is a fucking shit show. Sorry, I'm so passionate this stream. Sorry to be a bitch. You're not a bitch. Come on, don't say that about yourself. Like partway through the video, you go from 2 to 1 with the Pokemon left, but you got from 3 not blacked out to 1. Was that on purpose? Probably not. Horses with a 5. Thank you, horses. Wait, what part? Do you remember? I know there was one of them that I fucked up. I know that for sure. I don't know if it's the one you're talking about. Part where through the video you go from 2 to 1 with the Pokemon left, but you go from 3 not blacked out to 1. It was the Tobin battle. It probably was an accident. If I had to guess. Where's Tobin's? Oh, is Tobin's here? Yeah, right there. Oh shit, did I miss it? That's right. Is it this one? Oh, wait, you just mean I have 3 here and I didn't do 1 for 2? Oh my god. I don't know. Is that right? 60 to I don't know where I went wrong. I mean, that was Life Orb, super effective with the Ruination boot. Unless does Ruination lower special attack? I actually don't know. Well, I think that one, yeah, I just have the Goldango die. Yeah, if you got a timestamp, let me know. I mean, we'll eventually get to it. Anyways, okay, now we got the ad read. Yay, Factor. So the ad read is the first thing I make. Or the first thing I edit, at least. Click the move. There's something really important I have to tell you. So that's why it's daytime and and it's a little disconjointed. I wish I could have blended it better, but click the move. There's something really important I have to tell you guys, but I don't remember what it was. Something, I don't know, it was like something potentially contractually obligating. I just can't think of. Factor. It's Factor. This new year, if you want meeting your nutritional goals to be super easy and effective and rad, check out Factor. They send food to your house every single week. It's fresh, never frozen, tastes amazing, and so yeah, this was fun. This is fun. Stop motion the edit. I mean, I don't know if it was. I don't know if I'd call it stop motion. I mean, it wasn't anything too crazy. Best ad read ever. Thank you. Yeah, no, this is fun. This is fun. I had fun with this one. I think. So the ad read is the first thing I make because it has to get approved before the video goes live. So a lot of times I get the ad read done, get it approved, and then once the ad read's done, I make the video, and then I find a way. I just find a way to slot it in. So yeah, this one was fun. So yeah, it's the way I did it is so After Effects, right? This is like one of the only times I've done After Effects in a long time. But this is all, so this is just masking, right? It's like I have each. Well, so I took a video, right, with the factor boxes. It's like I'm not even here. So I took this video where, sorry, I was smoking reefer. Apparently, it was the last one with Vinny. Oh no, okay. I think that was just an accident. I think because there is one that I just fucked up I was tired. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. It was an accident. Anyways, yeah, so I just literally I took a video, or I took with the factor boxes like this, and then I just took another clean shot of the factor boxes like this, and then I cut back and forth between them, and then I masked out where I was on the floor. And this was its own video of me actually recording. And then, but then obviously, there's points where my arm, and this was stupid of me. I didn't realize I was messing up I was overlapping until later. So I had to go into After Effects, and I rotoscoped it. I just rotoscoped my arm out. And so first of all, this was my first time using After Effects beta. Insane. They have, so in case you guys don't know, so rotoscoping is like where you take something out of a video and you can remove the background or whatever. And so rotoscoping, they normally have like the roto brush in After Effects where you can highlight a thing that you want to crop out and it'll try to track it and do it automatically. Because doing this manually is a pain in the ass. I mean, pretty much every frame you have to select it, and then when you move, oh, would you look at that? Another frame, you gotta fucking adjust the mask. Another frame, gotta adjust the mask. Another frame, gotta adjust the mask. So After Effects tries to track it for you. You use puppet pins? No, this is literally just my arm. But so anyways. So well, there's a new there's a new roto brush in After Effects called Roto Brush 3.0, and it is amazing. Like normally when you try to rotoscope something, you select it and then you have to tweak it. You have to tweak it. You do manual tweaks to make sure it stays and it follows the object correctly. But when I tell you, I did like one selection. Like I selected the arm. I said, okay, boop, 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 boop. I want this arm cropped out, please. And then it went, okay. And it did this entire clip. Like it, especially with the motion blur and like my hand going all the way down here, for it to track that is insane. So anyways, the roto brush is unreal now. And I used it. This is my first time using it for this, and it was incredible. Every single week, it's fresh, never frozen, tastes amazing, and is food. And then I thought it was funny how I had him stop moving on the music, and then also the music cuts out, of course. Is food. And then that's synced with the beat. I love doing shit like that, man. If you're a busy person and you don't want to stress about meal prep every day, Factor, they got your number. And then this is the same thing, just more rotoscoping. Factor, they got your number. And really, I only had to rotoscope the arm and my side, really, because that's the only part that was cropped out or overlapping. Like, I don't know if you know this, they have you on speed dial. Yeah. 2 minutes, microwave. Come on. If you're done, they're flexible. You can pause or cancel at any time. There's a lot to like. You guys know, there's a lot to like about Factor. You got so much variety. You got so much flavor. You got calorie smart options. You got protein options. You got vegan options. So you guys know the drill. Head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code ASTEROID50 for 50% off your first Factor box. Now back to math. Oh my God. Okay. All right, he'll do his thing. I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Just, if you guys could keep an eye on him, that'd be great. It's actually really funny because I knew I was gonna have I knew I was gonna have a Good Kid song. I never do this. I never script. Sometimes to my detriment. Speaking of which, how often do you eat Factor meals? As long as I have them. If I have them, I'm munching them down. I think more than your editing music, choice camera angles are actually good. Thank you, Crunch. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. But so okay, Good Kid band I've been listening to. They recently made their songs DMCA free. That's why there's a song in here. And it's actually crazy because I bring the mic with me to the bathroom. I'm not gonna play it because I'm not gonna play all of it because it's just me pissing. but I literally on the toilet, I'm actually scared to play this. On the toilet, I played the Good Kid song as a reminder. It's not the exact song I ended up using, but I played the song on my phone in the bathroom to remind myself that I wanted to use their music at this point in the video. So like, so yeah, that's me playing it on my phone and being like, yo, this, we got to put this vibe here. We got to put this vibe here. And it ended up working out. It was great.
All right, he's gonna just he'll do this thing.
Where's the piss? Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna listen to the piss today. Normally, I don't know. Normally, if I get an idea for something for the edit, yeah, a lot of the times I'll say it. Like I'll say it in the footage. I'll just be like, Frank, do something here, you know. And a lot of the times I ignore myself. I feel like. Because like I'll brainstorm. Like originally this video, it was gonna be, what the fuck was that throat noise? Originally this video was gonna be me in like my dining room, and then I was gonna have the game on the projector, and then I was gonna like be running back and forth. I don't know why I had this in my mind. I was gonna run, like I was gonna like turn around, game, turn back around, calc, game, calc, game. And I'd like. And it would be frantic and crazy as shit. Obviously, that's not how I ended up doing it. So a lot of the ideas that I initially come up with do not end up being what because like a lot of the times, like I'll like sometimes I do, but like a lot of times, like I'll look back on early ideas, and I'll just be like, I just won't be feeling it. You know what I mean? Like what I want to roll with kind of changes depending on. So you'll throw up on stream, but you won't let us listen to your piss. Okay, well, I just think there's like a time and a place, right? Okay, we don't got to talk about the bathtub.
I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Just if you guys could keep an eye on him, that'd be great.
Come on.
I'm gonna go for Sucker Punch on Iron Moth.
Come on.
So, I'll start plugging in numbers. It'll be 2 times 50 divided by 5 plus 2 against a defense stat of 90. All of this divided by 50 plus 2. Or not burn, no reflect light screen. Okay, so realistically, without
Right here, faded out the music, like I was talking about earlier with the scientific filter. Especially with like music with lyrics. If I'm saying something that's like kind of important and I need it to be heard. And also let me turn this off and I'll show you guys how it sounds. Oh, wait, shit, hang on. Yeah, listen to this. You hear how abrupt that was? So I had to cut to a different point in the song for this next part because I needed the drop to line up with whatever goes on here. So I had to cut the song and then like, you know, but I wanted it to, you know, be seamless where like it doesn't feel like the song has a cut in it. Right. So that's why I you know, lowered it down, pitch it down with this scientific filter thing. And now it blends together really well. You barely even notice. I mean, if you're really listening, you can hear it. But like, you know what I mean? It just makes it a lot. Like it's in the background. You're not really noticing there's even a cut in the music. I don't know if this is pushing too far to ask. Would you say your monthly / bi-monthly uploads have made you the same as the weekly uploads of the Let's Plays? Have made you the same. What do you mean the same? Your monthly, bi-monthly monthly have made you the same as the weekly uploads with the Let's Plays. I feel like when I stopped doing LPs, I kind of stopped. I mean, there was like maybe like 2 months. There was like maybe 2 months of me doing both, like income wise and fulfillment wise. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I love Let's Plays. I mean, they were really fun. I still enjoy doing them. You know, it's fun just hanging out with friends and shooting the shit. But I mean, this definitely gives me way more fulfillment because I especially after a point, like I didn't really feel challenged by Let's Plays. You know, I mean, you do something for so long and it gets, you know, formulaic. You get it down, and you know, we had a structure. We knew what we were doing. Go in. And not to say it wasn't fun. It was really fun. And there were definitely like a lot of moments of creative fulfillment, like with like we were doing intro moments or whatever. And like I'd always have fun with those or like making like the animated intros. Like and like every time I'd make an animated intro, I'd try to push myself with that. So like that's where I got a lot of my fulfillment. But I don't know. I really I wanted to do more, you know? I wanted to do more. And I also wanted to do something that was more uniquely mine. Because I always like, especially by, and I was kind of naive. I was a little stupid. When I stopped doing LPs, I kind of thought, okay, I have the technical skill to do this. You know, I can make something. You know, I know my way around Premiere. Like, surely, you know, surely this will be fine. And I ran into a lot of trouble because it turns out, you know, you can know the ins and outs of a program. You can know every hotkey, every effect, every nook and cranny, and you could be a master at Premiere or After Effects while also not knowing anything about video editing. And that's what I kind of realized. I knew the technical shit. I knew how to do shit, but I didn't know how to tell a story. I didn't know how to pace a video. I didn't know about cadence or rhythm or like, and I didn't have my own style. And I don't want to sound pessimistic when I say that because that's how you learn, right? You learn by doing. And I learned by doing, you know, like I look back at, you know, the older, like, you know, videos from like a year ago or whatever, and I cringe at it. But the reason why I cringe is because I feel like with every video, like, I feel like I'm like better defining like what I want to make, you know, and what I think is good. Yeah. And it's been hard. It's been really hard trying to figure shit out. It's tough, but you know, it's that's part of the fun. Can't believe Frank put out a TI 84 Plus. Yeah, specifically the CE version. Yeah. Floodlight screen. Okay, so realistically, without a crit, it'll do anywhere between this. That might have been right. Was that right? That's 84. That's we calced it. Wait,
We calced it. That's in the range. All right, let's try and calc Sucker Punch against Guard.
70, and our attack high roll, it's stab.
I love doing that where the music just suddenly cuts.
What? Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean you dodged it? No, come on. You know, seeing the damage formula typed out is kind of cool because I feel like if you've been playing Pokemon for a while, a lot of this stuff just kind of like makes sense, right?
Okay, it's not stab. It's not very effective, so we got to do 0.5.
You can say, yeah, this will probably do 40%. And that's really cool. That's really cool.
Times 80 times 204 divided by 150 times 1.2. We're
Being able to do mathematics is like magic to me. Like I break really comprehend it all. Oh yeah, dude. Thank God the damage formula didn't include any trig. This video would not have come out. I personally think you've done it really well for yourself, and you can see the progression of you finding a style. Like right now, you have a similar style, but you still make it different every video. Yeah. I don't know. I've been back and forth on the idea of having a format. So I don't want to villainize it because I especially when you're trying to put out consistent content, and in a lot of ways I feel like I do have a format, right? But I do really want to try to avoid videos becoming samey. I think you know, having like a style is totally rad, and things that I normally do, where like I do like these J cuts and I have all these fades and the music timing, like that's shit that I can apply to that can be part of like the identity of the video, of like what shit that I make, and I can apply that to anything. But I never want to be tied down to a format. I never want to be like I don't know. I never want to be tied down to something, which maybe is naive as well. Is this considered glazing? I don't know what that is. What is glazing? I'm scared to ask.
We're looking at
Oh man, that took me a while.
So I like this part because I wanted to save the reveal, whatever, of how much time it took me, because this was the first time that like there was a baseline of like, okay, we have to be able to do this in 60 seconds. This is the time that I'm starting at. You know what I mean? And so I think not showing it and then having like the, you know, the clock ticks kind of build up to it, you know. Like I think that's kind of cool. And then like the reveal of, oh shit, it took me over 3 minutes. You know what I mean? So I thought that was fun.
Yeah, that's no.
And this is what I say too when I cut to the music. Like I like to have dialogue come in on music too. Like before I added the music, before I found the right track, like this was all just okay, clip, just next clip. But I like to, every cut I like to have the music in the commentary even like fade in and fade out, kind of with the flow of like I let the music kind of drive it. Which I think is cool. I think it's fun because it's well, I mean, it what's kind of cool about cutting to music is it gives you a good cadence and rhythm right away, right? Like it gives you like a starting point for that, which makes it really easy to build off of and have things flow. But also it's like, it just makes it, I don't know, it just makes it feel like unique. Like it's not just like, okay, cut, talk. Like there's moments of silence in there, you know, that kind of kind of space it out. It's fun.
No, that's not right. Oh, I factored in the expert belt. Yeah, okay, the expert belt only works if it's super effective. That's what it is. Okay, it's all right, we're learning. We're learning.
Rock Slide is 75 base power. We have an attack stat of...
Oh, this kills. I don't have to calc it to tell you that.
The low roll, 0.85 times 2 times it is stab.
Okay, I think that's right. I think that's right. Oh my God, we're out of time. I mean, I got the numbers in, but I didn't even get the chance to actually calc it. Oh, that is brutal.
Like that was timed with the screen turning on.
Calc it.
You see, like that's what I mean. Like a lot of this shit is like that alarm always makes me jump. LMAO. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little stressful. Like, but this is what I'm saying. Like, dude, like
Actually, calc it.
I would never expect people to pick up on all the tiny bullshit that I add in. But I think subconsciously you kind of feel it. At least that's what I like to think. I don't know.
That is brutal. That is brutal. Wait, I actually don't think this kills. I think he lives on, like, it literally can't kill. It does 170.
I feel like practically Excel would be easier to use for these calcs. Oh yeah. I had that thought. I almost did it in Excel. There was a whole section where that got cut where like I was trying to use ChatGPT to do it. Yeah, like but that kind of fell through. Did you store functions in the TI-84 for the damage calc, or did you punch in the whole thing? I literally would punch in the whole thing. I looked into and I watched a bunch of tutorials trying to figure out, like there was at one point where I had the whole thing typed out with like just a bunch of variables, and then I was like, oh, okay, I'll just set every new number to the variable and then just replace the variable values and hit enter, and then it'll just solve it, right? I tried to do that, but I could not get it. I could not get it to be faster than what I was currently doing. Like it took more time for me to manually set the variables than it would have been just like for me to just type in what I need. Like I would just do like this top part. And then I would, divide by 50 plus 2, and then I would just add in. Normally, like you add stab, and then like the high roll, like low roll, and then whether it's like super effective, or like maybe a life orb or something like. No, like normally there'd only be like 3 or 4 or 5 additions here, and then I also had like these were all the stats. All the like attack stats of the Pokemon, and like even I had like the defense stat of Garganacl here because the defense was used for body press, and then like even like with Iron Moth I had the attack stat normally, but then I also had the attack stat of it under Quirk Drive. Silly question, but have you the formula memorized by now? Yeah, I think I could write it out. I think I could write. It's kind of fresh in the mind. Is it possible to mod the calc into Pokemon so next to the move you can see how much it does to the opponent? Oh god, I mean that's way above my pay grade. But probably.
I think he lives on, like it literally can't kill. It does 178 HP. He has 179. 84 to 99%. That's damn.
Okay, so it'll do anywhere, but it'll do.
Oh my god, dude, there's no way. There's no way, dude. There's just not enough time. This is so stupid. This is so stupid.
Punch. Okay, so we're looking at 22 times 70 times.
And then this
170.
This is like this time lapse is when I was trying all sorts of shit. And I almost included a lot of this, but I ended up not, just because it just ended up being a distraction, right? Because like I could have, from this point on, I could have gone into, okay, yeah, now I'm going to try ChatGPT, and now I'm going to try Excel. Now I'm going to try setting up these functions in a calculator. And like, I could have gone into that. But at the end of the day, I ended up just doing exactly what I was doing before. But with the mentality that I just had to get faster at it. So that's why. So I kind of like it was almost like just like a huge detour that I went on trying to, which that might have been interesting, for the story of the video. Even if I do come back to doing it the way I was doing it, like that could have maybe been interesting. But I decided it wasn't, because a lot of it too, like it wasn't Pokemon. It was just me watching like a bunch of calculator tutorials and like getting really mad at it. So I was like, we'll just skim over that part.
Okay, so we're looking at 22 times 70 times 178.
And it's kind of like,
Divided by the defense.
there's kind of like a little bit of inauthenticity to that. Imagine the guy who coded the calculator. Yeah, it's insane. Like the thing with editing that's so strange is editing is tough. Editing is tough because at the end of the day, like there's like a spectrum, right, of how much you want to lie. How much you want to lie when you edit, right? Because to a certain extent, like what I just said, to a certain extent, you should lie just a little bit, just to keep the story flowing, and lie is a strong word, but you get what I'm saying. Like to make everything cohesive and fun and engaging and actually like a good story. Like you cut out the bullshit. You cut out all the shit that doesn't matter. You cut out the shit that you maybe even cut out some shit that maybe did kind of matter, but didn't matter enough to change anything. Like this whole detour with, me doing ChatGPT and trying all these different things. Like, is it inauthentic? Like, I guess, yeah, it is kind of inauthentic for me not to include that because it doesn't give you the full picture of what I really went through. But also, like, that's the point of editing, right? Like, you're just packaging it in a way, and you're packaging it in a way to where it's digestible and it's something that can actually be told. It's something that can actually be experienced. Like, the important thing to get across, I think, is not all the minute, intricate details. Like you'll see later on, like especially with the battle I did with Ryan, I not even half, more than half of the battle was cut out. There were so many, like you can't even, that battle is summarized very heavily. And the reason why I did that is because not all of it needed to be there. You know what I mean? Like the point, like as long as you get the point across, you get the emotion across, you get the, like what this battle meant for the broader, you know what I mean? Like as long as you get that meaning across, like that's what's important. And it's a little, and you got to choose like how authentic or how inauthentic you want to be, how much you want to leave out to, what you have to sacrifice to say what you're trying to say, I guess. But I don't know. It's interesting.
Divided by the defense, 29, 24 and 28%. Okay.
I really like this part because it's like, a little bit of like a training montage, I guess. And then it's like, solving. And then you find out through this cut that I did it in time. You know what I mean? Like you're like, I'm solving, and I'm trying to figure out how to get faster. And then the reveal is that I did the calc before the timer was even up. And then the timer ends and you're like, oh shit, yeah, he did it in time. Which I think is really cool. And then also this piano shit, I don't know, this is a vibe check. This piano is the same piano that I played here. Or no, that I played here. It's the same thing. Don't ask me why I did that. I don't know. It just felt right. It just felt right. And that honestly sums up 90% of what this video is. What any video is. You like recording an authentic moment because you want to tweak the delivery. Exactly. Yeah. It's like, yeah. Yeah. No training montage is complete. Yeah, we needed Rocky music for sure.
Okay, we're looking at 68% to 80%.
And then this is where you realize, oh, oh my God, yeah, like I finished it with 8 seconds left. Like, that's cool.
68 to 80. 68 to 80 with 10 seconds to spare. Now in the Wi-Fi battles, if I get the calc wrong or I just don't finish in time, I lose a turn.
For example, if I wanted to put the values
We have 3 battles. As long as we come out of them with 1 win, I'm happy. That's all I want. Who are we leading with?
So there's a sound in here that I thought was interesting. What does that sound like to you guys? There's this kind of ambient sound. That's just me with the mic. And then there's obviously the dialogue.
Now in the Wi-Fi battles, if I get the calc wrong or I just don't finish in time, I lose a turn.
Yeah, this sound is my refrigerator. It's me opening the fridge. Like getting a drink. I don't know. Fridge ambience is 100 very IQ. Yeah, so I don't know. Well, so these sounds were like it was attached to this footage of just the empty calculator, the empty room. Because I was out of the room. I was grabbing a drink or whatever. But I don't know. I thought it was a cool transition. Me not even being there, but clearly I'm like prepping in the background, I guess.
The calc wrong or I just don't finish in time, I lose a turn.
For example, if I wanted to put the values
And then getting to see like the end of the formula. I don't know. That was kind of just like a gut check. I was like, oh, because I wanted to put this in here to show like it ending. And I guess at the start of like me trying to, solve it or whatever, just kind of made sense.
For example, if I wanted to put the values
We have 3 battles. As long as we come out of them with 1 win, I'm happy. That's all I want. Who are we leading with? I guess probably Girthy? Yeah, let's girth it. Let's girth it? No, that's a terrible lead. That's an insanely bad lead. An NPC battle is way easier than an actual Wi-Fi battle because it's easy to expect. Like if Tobin switches out and we calc for a different Pokemon, we lose a turn. I think we swap. Which means we don't have to calc anything, so that's totally fine. Let's just go straight to Iron Goth.
Debo will draw, which is really interesting. I am the fairy typing.
So the hard part with editing a battle is battles are hard, especially when there's like 2 perspectives. Because like the first thing is like, okay, you have to decide who to follow, right? And like I think in the last video with Dylan, I thought it was important to follow both of us. And you can get away with that, but it's tough and it gets really slow. Like if you guys have seen a cage lock, right? We've done a bunch of cage locks before. And like during the battles, if you're cutting back and forth between the perspectives, it's engaging, but it's really slow. Like the turns take forever because you have to hear the thought process and the planning and the strategy of both sides every single turn. And with how many, variables or like predictions and things you're thinking about in a battle and how many things are at play at once, like it's a lot to follow. It's a lot to keep track of. So like with a battle, at least the way I feel about it, it's like you either need to pretty much include the whole battle where like every important thing is followed and tracked, or you need to do like what I did with the Ryan battle, where it is like you're not meant to follow the battle. You're not meant to follow it. Like you just have to know the result, kinda. And then like some moments are highlighted. Like I feel like with the Tobin battle and the Vinny battle in this, you can kind of follow what's happening. You see the exchange. You know who's kind of winning in the lead, whatever. You can understand like the predictions. Like I'm like, oh, okay, like he has this. Should I go into this? But the Ryan battle, as you know, which we'll I guess get to, is like it was like, okay, here's some cool moments that emphasize the broader picture, right? But you're not supposed to follow the battle. The more important thing is like you just know the result at the end. And then like the moments in between that actually have an impact on what happens next, that you can follow. And also too, like there's like Vinny, Tobin, and Ryan are barely in this. Because, I mean, first of all, I mean, a lot of their commentary was like them, you know, strategizing with the battle. And some of those clips made it in because it worked with like, you know, it just worked. But I mean, obviously like the point wasn't them. It was like me trying to pull off this crazy shit and like trying to do this weird thing. So, you know, obviously like 90% of it, and also that because it's not even just the battle too. Like obviously I'm bouncing between like me doing the calcs and all that, which means like there's no way I could have focused on their strategy, their perspective. There's no way I could focus on, you know, their plans. It just would have been a lot. It would have been a lot. So that's why I just focused on me, the like, you know, the bat, like what I was thinking, the calc, like me trying to calc, and then the clips from like Tobin and Vinny and Ryan were like supporting, you know, it was just kind of like, oh, like, okay, this kind of helps emphasize like this thing or whatever.
Goth.
People will draw, which is really interesting. I am the fairy typing now.
Okay, hang on. What are we going for? I guess we got to go for Sludge Wave, but he might change his type. Whatever. I just have to go for it. We just have to lock it in. You have the Cork Drive 274.3. Wait, but if he swaps the calc,
And then, you know, like small stuff like cutting out the melody here. Yeah, like cutting that out to emphasize like, oh shit.
Wait, but if he swaps the calc, I have to just lock.
That's why I love, I'm going to start doing this moving forward with the stems. I love doing that. I love now that, because like now being able to control the instruments, it just makes it so much cooler. Makes sense though, you focus more on doing the challenge. Yeah, I mean that was kind of that was like the point of the video. Yeah, it's good.
Lock it in.
Good time.
Special defense is 90. I'm going so slow. +2 times stab times. It would be super effective if he stays in and doesn't go for another. He's gonna change his type. Oh no, this is so fucked. This is so fucked. I'm so fucked.
Come on, Big Frank. What you gonna do? What? You thought that much for that?
We're gonna go for energy ball. Let's keep it simple. 90 times, we're looking at 274.3 divided by Dodonzo's special.
I'm a little confused. just a little bit.
2 times. It's super effective. It's not stab.
Why are you thinking so hard? You went for splash.
220.
Also, I mean, I like this too because it's just like, you know, showing Tobin confused in contrast with me just like zoned in, like desperately typing numbers into a calculator. Like that's why I wanted them to be in the dark, because I thought it would be so fun. Like that right there is why I kept them in the dark, because I thought it'd be so funny for them to be like, why is he taking so long? You know what I mean?
Between 84 and 70.
Also, I like raised the volume of the game audio counting down, which, you know, kind of is just like, hey, time's running out.
84 and 71. Okay, calc it again. 22 times 90. Okay, we did that way faster. That was good. That was really good. Really solid. Please don't swap. Oh, he's gonna swap. Dude, this is hard. This is so hard.
Yeah. What's up, Mirage? How you doing? Yeah, so just silence again. I also I want to reiterate again. I know I said this at the beginning. Do not take anything I've said as like objective. Seriously. Like the way I make shit is like, I don't know, just the way I make shit. And I never want anyone to feel like I'm saying this is how you do it. Never want anyone to feel that way. Oh shit, I'm hitting the keyboard. Just because it's not, you know what I mean? It's not. You don't have to do J cuts. You don't have to fucking time things to music. You don't have to, I don't know. You don't have to do any of that. And that's something that I'm really trying to focus on too, is like, I don't even think I have to do any of that. You know what I mean? Just kind of following like what the project demands and what you think is good, and that's kind of it. Yeah, I'm doing good, Mirage. Hope you're doing well. Oh yeah, you actually you said that. You said you said you're doing okay. Okay. Yeah, today was good. Today was a chill day. Can't complain.
So hard. I just gotta focus, man. Like, let's decide what we're gonna go for before the animation's even up. That way we have the full 60 seconds for...
I love these moments of silence. I love it. Well, I say silence, but you get what I'm saying. Like, just a pause. It's like a break in... And it's once again, like what I was saying earlier with like the contrast thing. Like, I love ramping things up and then taking it down. And we're gonna hang out for a second. And then we're gonna ramp it up. Because it emphasizes, when you ramp it up, it makes each high and low point feel so much more engaging. There could be a black screen for a minute with nothing there. And it would be like, yeah, like there's probably some substance, or you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just think it just, I don't know. You get what I'm saying? It's been a rough week. But you win some, you lose some. Frank just edging us in his videos. Okay, I mean, I that's a strangely accurate way to say that, but it's not the plan. Wait, I'm sorry to hear your week's been rough, Mirage. Hope it gets better soon. Hope your next week is better. Frank could have me watching Paint Dry for 3 minutes and get me thinking about life. Oh man, yeah. Well, once again, thank you guys for hanging out. I do appreciate it. I also, I don't know. I feel like I was very torn on even doing this stream, but if anybody has gotten even an ounce of value out of it, that's great. I hope somebody got something out of it. It's yeah, it's fun. I'm pretty proud of this video. I'm not like, I don't know. I think it's not perfect, but I think I'm happy with it. I probably, in a week, ask me about this video in a week, I will not be happy about it. Baby went back to her dad, so I don't know what I'm going to do myself for the next week. You're making me feel better if that counts. I'm sorry to hear that, Mirage. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm lurking, but yeah, it's fun. Let's go, V. All right, cool. Let's keep moving. Let's keep him grooving.
You know, the math.
Yeah, he's gonna let it die. Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, those scenes aren't gonna play.
I would let him die too.
Who's faster than Dragapult? Nobody, really. Well, we could Sucker Punch with... Let's do that.
I also really love like the long just me, it's just me in a little face cam box on the game. Because I think it's good because it helps you kind of absorb, like figure out what's going on. You know what I mean, in the battle, which I think is important. And a lot of the times too, I'll retime. Oh, I retime all the time. I like a lot of the times like these battle clips won't sync up to like what is actually being said. I mean, it won't be noticeable, but like, you know, if I need to show something in the battle, Like I need to show that we're facing a certain Pokemon. I will desync the game footage and show what I need to be showing. So the viewers can see, because like I feel like just a shot of the game, it can be kind of useless. Like, or sometimes, like if it's not showing anything important. Like this shot, okay, it's showing the team, it's showing me selecting, like that's important.
We're gonna Sucker Punch with Grahenry. It's gonna be 22.
But like me sending out Grahenry, I don't like this clip. I don't think was synced up to what I'm saying here. I purposely timed out the moment where he comes out of the ball to show I'm sending him out. You know what I mean? Like if this was synced to the dialogue, I mean, who knows? It might be a clip of fucking, I don't know. Like it could be a clip of the trainers. You know what I mean? And it's like that doesn't add anything. The last bad content I've seen you put out was the last 15, 20 episodes of Gen Race. Y'all were so done with that series. Everything since has been golden. Well, I appreciate the honesty, Riven. Yeah, Gen Race, we were too ambitious. We were too ambitious for our own good. It was a project. And it's still, I mean, I don't want to look back on it negatively because it was very fun. It was very fun. And we were just pretty much, it was just us hanging out, you know, and it was fun. But it was a lot. It was a bigger commitment than we realized. And there were a lot of ways we could have gone about it better. I loved every single video you put out, entertaining. Thank you, Mirage. I'm glad you like that. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like the stuff I put out. I get it. I do that a lot with intro moments. It makes it a lot more cohesive. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because you know, I mean, especially if you're trying to make things efficient. You only have a certain amount of time, right? So like if you're going to show somebody talking about something, then if you're going to have someone talking about something that's important, then you want to show, you know, you don't want the visual to be wasted. You know, you want to show something that like establishes or just makes like the what's going on more clear. It was the resets, probably. What's your favorite content to make? So recently I've been making, I don't even know if I should tell you guys this. It goes against the code of conduct. I've started for the first time in a long time. Actually, you know what? For the first time in probably forever, I made something that I won't release. I made something that I will never show anybody. Ever. And not even because it's super personal. I mean, it's just like a little short film thing. But I will never release it. I'll never release it. And the reason why I don't want to release it is because I've never made something and not released it. Like I think literally never. I cannot think of a video I've made that is just sitting on a hard drive. I mean, I guess, I don't know. Maybe there's some like failed videos, I guess, that never got uploaded. But they were made with the intention of being uploaded. You know what I mean? So I made something that's like just for me. And that was really fun to make because there was no like external anything. So I want to keep doing stuff like that. Because I think it just kind of, I don't know, it's just fun. It kind of reminds me of like why I even like doing this. Anyways,
it's gonna be 22. Does he swap though? Okay, we're gonna bank on it. 22 times 70. We got King Gambit's attack 178 divided by super effective. It's stab. It's gonna do between 78 and 92%. I think that's right. He swaps.
Battling is a mental game. He goes for the splash again. Why is he doing this?
So he was willing to stay in on a Sucker Punch, which means he's probably going to do that again. The splashes are probably also throwing him off. Like he probably thinks, I'm going to go for Sucker Punch again.
If we live a Sucker Punch now, that'd be sick. I don't think we do, but...
It's going to do between 24 and 28%, which is not going to be enough to kill, but whatever. Okay, we get the attack off. That's good. Oh, it killed. The crit, no! Oh my god! I mean, yes, but fuck, now we have to waste another turn.
I won't respond to that.
You probably
Oh yeah, my Siri kicked in. My Siri just. What the fuck? Oh my god! Shut up! No, Siri again.
I won't respond to that.
shut up.
It's so stupid. What games have you been playing in your free time that you don't make content on? Really just Tears of the Kingdom. I've been trying to complete the game. I mean, we did a couple member videos. And I might make more. I might make more. Proud of you. You deserve to do nice things for yourself without any motives. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, the Siri coming in was crazy. I had to include a little bit of that.
Have to waste another turn.
I won't respond to that.
He probably goes to Volcarona.
You can like vaguely hear me say, "Shut up." I love doing that, man. I love messing with audio where like a lot of it's overlapping. That's how you end up with fucking 10 audio tracks where you have everything just like layer, you know, but it just makes it blend and flow so well. And trying to do, like, I'm not gonna lie, it's really tedious because as I said, like you're not just putting clip all on the same track. You know what I mean? You're blending the audio and the video and you're building it out on multiple, and they're flowing into each other is like and it's hard to make that and it's a lot of gut, like I'm just like, you know, it's a lot of gut checks, like I'm just like, oh, okay, that kind of feels right. No, it's got to come in a little earlier, a little later, it'd be a little louder, a little softer, I don't know. And I just like literally the entire thing is just like me kind of feeling it out. It takes a long time. It takes a long fucking time. But I think it, and as I said, like a lot of that subtle stuff, I don't think people consciously like think about it. Nobody consciously is like, oh, that audio faded in nice or whatever. You know what I mean? But I think it's felt. I think it just feels like everything is intentional, and I really like that. Even though it takes fucking forever.
Here. That crit, though, is going to lose us Grahenry. But I guess after Grahenry, who do we go to? We go to Garp, right? Click Rock Slide. He maybe swaps to Ting Lu. And then predicting Ting Lu, we go for Body Press, I think.
Divided by 244. Okay, so it's going to do not a lot. Oh, my God. Okay, it'll do between 27%. This is so dumb. This is actually a bad play. Times 2.
Okay, he does swap. Ting Lu? Ting Lu, can I get the read just for my pride? So free!
I said so free so many times this video.
Oh shit. Okay, what do we do now though? I think we girth it up.
50 plus 2 times, it's not stabbed. Between 54%, actually more than I thought, divided by 244.
I love this song.
What? Oh no, I fucked this up somewhere.
What do you do?
Oh, I fucked this up big time. I don't know. It's not stabbed.
I also love, I mean, this is like I also love how like Tobin's like, what do you do? And then I'm like, I don't know. Kind of feels like I'm responding to him. And that I mean that's kind of like what I was talking about earlier with what was the shot where it was like cutting from me being like all these numbers are, and then I was like, oh, these are blah and blah and blah, you know. Like two shots or two pieces of dialogue that are just like so disconnected, but you find a way to like bridge them together. Hi, Vinny. I love you too. Vinny's so sweet. I think it also subverts expectations because Tobin expects a pro play out of you and you were panicking. Yeah, that's why I didn't tell anybody anything, because I thought it was so funny how they would be like, why is he taking so long? You know what I mean? And then I fucking splash. Let's FaceTime later. I'm down. No, the 6-0 was crazy. I honestly, I felt so bad, but it literally could not have been a better. It was actually perfect for the video. It was fun.
You do.
Oh, I fucked this up big time. I don't know. Wait, it's not stab. What, did I put stab in before?
Also, it's not perfect, but like a lot, like the timing of the countdown was kind of synced with the music, or at least it felt kind of synced. I don't even know if that might have just been a gut check. It's like it's loose, but I that kind of worked out well.
He goes, what is he doing? Why? I don't like winning this way.
I mean, with the special attack boost from Ruination, this
Yeah, that dude, this with all the gifts, oh my god, bro, just chugs.
special attack from Ruination.
It does not have fun with that.
This should be better.
What's up, Bren?
Divided by 244 and 71%. Oh my god, I don't know. Is that right? 60 to. I don't know where I went wrong. I mean, that was Life Orb, super effective.
I love just showing the reaction here, and then as the dialogue comes in, me talking over it. That's what I'm saying, man. Like a lot of it is just kind of, it's just a gut check. It's like, okay, yeah, this reaction's like really good, but I also don't want to just not have, like, I want me to like be talking about what comes up next. Like this is a J cut to an extreme. This is like, I don't know, but it just, I don't know. It, as I said, a lot, like 99% of this is intuition. I can sit here and like try to explain or analyze or figure out like, oh, I did this because of this, but like none of it is conscious. And I always figure out like the more I think, the worse the video is. Genuinely. And it sounds fucking stupid saying that out loud, but like I the more I'm conscious and I'm like overthinking everything, the more it just gets cluttered. Because and I don't even think you need to have, like, you don't even need to have a lot of experience to have good intuition. And it's also not even something that like is just gifted to you. It's like everybody has like taste and preferences. Like everybody's watched a lot of media. You know what you like, you know what you don't like. Even subconsciously, you know what you like. And I think it's cool because people can, you know, when you're in like a flow state, you're just working, you're just like clip here, clip here, clip here, clip here. Like when you get into that flow and you're like, oh, this looks good, this looks good, this looks good, this doesn't look good. Okay, let me try something different. Let me try something different. Let me try this. Let me try that. You know, you instinctively know what you like and what you don't like. And even if you're not like that technically good at a program yet, like say like, I don't know, like, cause I can understand how that can be frustrating. Where maybe you lack, maybe you have the intuition, maybe you know what you want, you know exactly what it needs to be. You have a vision for it, but you don't have the technical skill to like actually make it how you want it. That can be frustrating. But the good news is that the technical skill is I don't want to say easy, but that is easier. That's easier to learn. The technical skill of how to use a program is easier to learn than your taste, if that does that make sense? I don't know. Does that make sense? I'll think on that. But I think yeah, I think it's I don't know. I think you just got to trust your gut. You just got to trust your gut. And a lot of the times what's really fun is like when you're making something and you trusted your gut, and you'll sometimes, like, I watched this video back like, I don't know, 5 times. And every time I watch it back, I pick up on something where I'm like, oh, damn, I guess I did that. Not like in like a, fuck, I forgot this was here way, but like in a oh, that ties back to that. I'm glad I did that. But like in the moment when I was doing it, I wasn't like thinking, oh, I'm gonna do this, they'll tie back into this. You know what I mean? I mean, you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying.
I don't know where I went wrong. I mean, that was Life Orb, super effective with the Ruination boot. Unless does Ruination lower special attack? It's pretty safe to say we're not.
This was just, this is what I'm talking about. Like adding like the humanity and like just being authentic. This is a placeholder text. Like I put this here because a lot of times I'll put text in for notes for me later. Like I'll be like for all of these team moments, there was a text file that literally, like in this gap, it just said team. it just said, put the team here. And then I went back and I added them. So this was just like, I just went fucking, yes. And then I thought it was funny, so I left it. You know, just because I thought it was fucking whatever.
Attack? It's pretty safe to say we're not winning this one. Yeah, Scrod. Okay, what do we want to go
You know what I mean? I don't know.
for? I guess Dragon Claw. We're looking at 1.5. Okay, unless he might just play rough here and actually negate all of this.
And then like the music just like abruptly cutting there as I realize, oh shit.
He might just play rough here and actually negate all of this. Okay, unless he might just play rough here and actually negate all of this. Which means it's going to do 0 damage.
And then it's like, I love this. First of all, the fact that this is slow. And the second of all, that you can kind of hear like the game crowd just like murmuring in the background.
Okay, unless he might just play rough here and actually negate all of this. Which means it's going to do 0 damage. Which means I need to be going for something else, which means, oh, I have no time. Times 100 times 182 divide... No, there's no fucking way. 90. I'm so fucked, bro. Why am I giving up? Divided by 50 plus 2.
And then the timer sound I added in. Like, this is the normal game sound. There's just nothing. Added the timer sound in, you know, because it's like, oh, time is ticking. And this is from like later on. This is like later on in the clip. And then it cuts off right as I start talking again.
Why am I giving up? Divided by 50 plus 2.
Yeah, what the hell was happening? What was going on, buddy?
I was trying to do the damage calcs in real time, and if I didn't get the calc right, I lost my turn. I'm just trying to beat somebody today.
Yeah, wild damage calc again. That's funny. That's hilarious.
So Frank hit me up.
Yeah, I think Masquerade. I think it's protein. I think the timer made me anxious. That's good. That's good. That was the goal. The heavy clutch of my butt cheeks like no one's business, dog. That's funny. This is Ryan's battle. Ryan's battle got the least amount of screen time because it was the least impactful. There's like some really like important moments that I kept in. Because like they impacted later on, like the thing where I calc 0 is kind of like pays homage, not homage, but like I talked about that being a thing earlier in the videos, and it's cool to see me do it in a battle here. So I was like, oh, okay, that's also just a funny, cool, just the way it played out was funny and cool. So I included that. And there's like a moment where like right at the beginning, I get this win off on him with the Lycanroc, and like that was cool. And I was like, okay, this is like a win. This is great. But a lot of Ryan's battle was just summarized. And I did that with the team scenes, where it was just, okay, we exchange Pokemon back and forth. I lose this, yada, yada, yada. Because like nothing besides me like just calcing and maybe getting a little better at it, nothing like super substantial happened on those turns. And it would have been really tedious and distracting, at least I think, if I would have followed the battle like I followed the other ones. Like, obviously, Tobin's was important for us to follow the entire battle because first of all, it was the first battle, and a lot of it was me learning and getting better and figuring out the strategies and like all that, or like whatever. And then Vinny's battle obviously was really important to include the full thing because, and besides like the 6-0 or whatever, it's like it was me winning. It was me getting it. You know what I mean? So with Ryan's, I summarized a lot of the Pokemon that we exchanged, and yeah.
Wild damage calc again. That's funny. That's hilarious.
So Frank hit me up earlier this week and was like, hey man, let's have a completely normal, legitimate 6v6 Scarlet Violet Wi-Fi.
Also, you guys know I cheat a lot. I told everybody. I told everybody. I was like, I'm not telling you anything, but it's not cheating. I promise. Of course they don't trust me. That's why Ryan's sitting here like, oh, completely legitimate. And Vinny later on is like, oh, he boosted my stats. I told him before, I was like, guys, I swear to God. Because the problem is I have such a bad reputation now. If I don't preface if I don't preface the video by saying this is not a cheating video, then literally they're so untrustworthy. Like the entire commentary becomes he's cheating. Like they get stressed about it. And I'm like, oh my God, like I don't want the whole commentary to be you accusing me. Like I'm not fucking cheating. I don't care how good the RNG is. Anyways, yeah, it's just funny. I built up a reputation.
Okay, so if we're gonna earthquake against Lycanroc, I'm already gonna just start going. 22 times 100 divided
No, yeah, they
by
didn't
the
believe me.
defense of Lycanroc is 87.
They did not believe me.
He might swap. No, we're locking it in. Rock Tomb, he lowers our speed.
So
Okay, maybe
I
he
showed
does.
this interaction.
He stays in. 1.5. It's super effective. He stayed in. Nice. Play rough. Yes. And the Ruskin breaks the sash.
And then summary.
Let's go. That was so huge. Okay, we can win this as long as we're
Summary.
thinking, like 2 turns ahead. It's gonna do 40 between.
Corviknight dies, Ironmoth dies. And like, you know, over top I have dialogue of me, like valuable dialogue, right? Of me being like, oh, we gotta think ahead. And then, you know, later on I do, which is cool.
44%. We're not taking a Shadow Ball. He outspeeds. Yeah, we go to Henry. He's gonna swap. Okay, so I'm gonna say, what am I gonna calc? I'm gonna calc Iron Head. I'm gonna calc Iron Head into. This is a crazy gamble. I'm going to. Actually, you know what? Better idea. I'm gonna calc 0. Hear me out.
That
I'm
chair
gonna
squeak,
click
I mean, I boosted the volume of it because I just thought it was so funny. But it was a real fucking
0.
it's like a fucking, I was like, that's the best time chair squeak I've ever heard in my life.
Hear me out. I'm gonna click Sucker Punch and calc 0. If he switches out, Sucker Punch isn't going to do anything. You see? So free! So free! Come on. It was kind of free.
Summary.
Divided by 2.
Summary.
So it's gonna do between 44%. That's not gonna kill unless the high roll kills, and 52. Oh my God. Okay, if we get a high roll, it kills. Come on. Come on. Give it to me. 52. Yes. and
Summary.
72% on the high end. I didn't feel like I had time to write that down. Come on. 70%, nice. 60, 70-ish. We have to E-speed. Here. 80 times 204 divided by defense. 134 divided by 50. Yeah, it'll do 47% on the low end. So we as long as we get this off, we're chilling. Divided by 154 or... No, I messed this up. 36%. This doesn't make any sense. Are you kidding me? None of that added up. I got 30% on the high end, 40% on the low end.
So yeah, pretty much every moment that I included from Ryan's battle were just moments that built up the damage calc thing. Like you can't really follow Ryan's battle. You can't really, I mean, like, besides like the score going back and forth, but like you can't, like, there's not like a lot of strategy, there's not like a lot of prediction really. But it's okay because like that, you know, it built upon like like this is the important thing to take away. It's like, okay, I fucked up this calc here, and then there was like the moment where it's like, okay, I can calc. You know, sometimes the calcs that I do, I can do the calc beforehand and then be like, oh, this could maybe kill, and then we gotta get lucky, yo, you know what I mean? And like that's like a cool thing.
You're literally walking
And then Ryan's reaction is just cool.
into a Wi-Fi battle with a TI-84, thinking that this actually gonna work.
All right, good luck, champ.
All right, see you later, dude.
All right, and then the final battle.
There's so much more pressure with this one because it's the last battle. Like, if we don't win here, we just don't win. Leads the Skeledirge. Okay, we just click Earthquake. Unless he swaps out, there's no way he stays in, right? Okay, he's definitely going to Gyarados. I think, God, do I make a crate? I have to, right? I don't have time to calc. I think I just make
Oh, the playback is so bad. I don't believe you cheat, Frank. Oh no, trust me, I do very frequently. I cheat, allegedly. Yeah, the gifts do not
Wait
want
to
to
read.
load.
I go to Grahenry.
So I have a feeling he's going to go right for a ground move. So I'm actually just going to hard swap to my Gyarados, who has Intimidate.
Dude, but Intimidate, we don't have Defiant. This is so bad.
He's really thinking about this, huh? That's fine. I got nowhere to be. I mean, I do have somewhere to be in an hour, but we got plenty of time.
I'm gonna go to Garrison. No, that's such a bad play. No, it's the only play.
Yeah, so like with Vinny's battle, like I obviously needed to include like pretty much the whole battle you had to be able to kind of follow. And I obviously like I kind of used his footage to prop up like the predictions I was making, like being like, oh, he's gonna go Gyarados, and then Vinny's like, I'm gonna go Gyarados, you know? It's just, I don't know. Yeah, I think that is, yeah, no, and yeah, his commentary is always really good. Vinny has the best, like, I love Vinny, because here's the thing with Vinny. He has the best, like, hard cut, says some crazy shit. like at the end when he's like he has the best, like, stop everything, and then he says something. And it's just like at the end when he's like, oh yeah, he probably boosted all my stats. He just has like, yeah, I love just like cutting to Vinny raw, just him talking. And then it cuts back to like whatever we were doing. He has very good like breaking moments. It's not even really that he's out of pocket. It's just like, I don't know. He just has I think it's just like the delivery of what he says is like really funny. Like it's funny. It's just funny on its own. Like no music, as like just like a dry, like he's just saying this.
This is the only play. Gyarados has one.
Yeah. It's just abrupt. It's abrupt. So when you just cut to it, it's just him talking with like the slight murmur of like the in-game crowd. It's just, that's how I feel cutting the other day. Other than the infidelity, he's great. Yeah.
120 special defense divided by 50.
Also, I really like this part because you can see how much faster I'm getting at it.
120 special defense divided by 50 plus 2 times.
You know what I mean?
I love whenever I come on this channel, I have no idea what's going to happen. You should all subscribe for fun ideas like this. I don't even know the idea yet, but I know it's going to be fun.
Wow, literally exactly between 60 and 70%. Let's run it.
How much will this do to me? That's the question.
Also, I just love that. This once again is like another example of like what we were talking about earlier, where like two pieces of dialogue that are completely unrelated, but you put them next to each other and it's like they're talking to each other. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's going to do...
Wow, literally exactly between 60 and 70%. Let's run it.
How much will this do to me?
How much will this do to me? You know what I mean? And I'm like, it's exact. I guess like maybe could have put that clip first. But like, you get what I'm saying? It's like, how much is it going to do to me? And then I'm like, it's going to do 60, 70%.
The question.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Do we outspeed? Do we outspeed? Do we outspeed? I don't think we do. I think we have to, what do we have to do? I think we have to swap? Yeah, we swap and Girthy. Bulldoze. Free! Is he gonna switch?
Also, they're just me leaning back and with the, you know, this camera, it's literally, it's just a webcam I have just mounted on the fucking wall. And it's been up there for a couple months now. And, you know, whenever I record, I just click record on it because like whatever, sometimes I'll cut to it. And it's not, most of the time I don't use this camera because it's just, I mean, it's really shitty quality and it's just like, but the times that I do use it, it works really well. You know what I mean? Like it captures things that like normally just wouldn't be captured. Like the fact that I'm fucking yeeting back in the chair.
Bulldoze. Free! Is he gonna switch?
I mean, I guess it wasn't as violent as I maybe described it.
Switch? I don't know. I can't. He's not gonna switch. Shit. Dragonite. 4 divided by. No, I'm fucking it up. Okay, I can do between 37 and 44. This kills. Yes. He goes into maybe.
And the music kind of changes a little bit. I'll bet.
Hydreigon here.
I could also go out to my Levitating Hydreigon.
No, he goes Sylveon.
I could also go out to my Sylveon, which is exactly.
Yeah, and then we swap to Iron Moth. I'm gonna run it.
Like this is when the predictions kind of started going crazy.
I'm gonna run it. I don't think he might not swap.
Oh, then I love that little music with the, what's it called? Oh yeah, the little melody comes in. Right as I pick up the calculator. That, and like once again, that's just me being obsessed with music. But as I said, like it just emphasizes like so many good moments. It just kind of like, it's like very like you don't, I mean, I don't know, maybe some people consciously pick up on it, but I think it's just way more subtle. And I think a lot of the best editing is subtle. You know, it's not so in your face. It's just like, you feel it. You know what I mean? You're like, oh shit. Same with like the timing of cuts, like, or like the timing of cutting between cameras. A lot of it's just like a gut check. Like you'll notice like I never cut cameras. Well, not never, but like I very rarely cut cameras on dialogue. Like I don't say a sentence to one camera, say a sentence to another camera, or like say I'm saying two sentences. I don't have one sentence on this camera and then cut to another camera for the next sentence and then cut back to this camera for the next sentence. It's never lined up with what I'm saying. You know, and same with the actual cuts too. Like it's always cut based on like a rhythm. You know what I mean? Like a cadence. And sometimes it's to the music. Sometimes it's just a feeling. I don't know. Like I'll sit there and I'll be like, for cutting to like this camera here. It's like,
I'm gonna run it. I don't think he might not.
Sometimes I'll be like, it needs to be a little longer.
I'm gonna run it. I don't think he might not swap.
Right? Or maybe it needs to be a little shorter.
I'm gonna run it. I don't think he's.
And I'll play it back like that over and over, and I'll just be like, okay, yeah, like this feels right. Bro thinks he's in a sitcom. Yeah, like, hey, joke here.
I'm gonna run it. I don't think he might not swap. I'm just gonna run it. I don't have time to think. 274.3 with the Quark Drive divided by times 1.5 times 2.
If he switches out again, this little rat.
170. Okay, so this will kill. This will 100% kill. Dude, we're playing so good. Focus Sash? No, the Sash is gone. The Sash will be gone. Dude, it's so unbelievably. I'm so excited, bro. We're killing this. I guess he goes maybe Alola. Okay. Oh, we Energy Ball. 22 times 90 divided by Alola. Now, Alola is kind of bulky. Divided by 50 plus 2, 40. Okay, and the low, it kills on the low end. And then 104 on the high end? There's no way. It says it guaranteed kills.
I love this song.
All right. I'm getting irritated. I shouldn't. Like, this should be a fun battle.
What are we doing as Hydreigon?
I also like sending Pokemon out and returning them is like a really good transition. Really good. Like to transition from Vinny saying
I shouldn't. Like, this should be a fun battle.
What are we doing as Hydreigon?
To me being like, what are we doing against Hydreigon? Like just showing the with the sound of him coming out. It just, because like not only does it give you the information, oh, he's sending him out, of course, right? But it also allows me to like just jump from one thing to the next without it feeling jarring. It's just like, oh, like sending it out, new thing. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's, you get what I'm saying.
Fun battle.
What are we doing as Hydreigon? Are we gonna 6-0 him? 110 divided by.
Like I do it with the Garganacl here too. It's also a good way to show like what's happening in the battle without me being like, okay, I'm gonna switch to Garganacl now. Like I'm just gonna show me sending it out. And then go straight to me calking.
110 divided by 50 times.
Like half the time in this video, I don't even say what move I'm going for because I show I'm going for body press. And sometimes like, you know, I'll even, and that's what it comes to like retiming the game and stuff like that, because like, you know, if I haven't said, we're going to go for body press against whatever, whoever's coming out, then like or whoever's maybe in the battle, I'll just show. Like I'll be like, okay, yeah, we're looking at body press right now. And then I'll find a point in the gameplay where the camera pans over to the Pokemon that we're facing, or maybe it just shows both the Pokemon in the field. You know what I mean? So you immediately get an idea of, okay, I know what's happening.
2, looking at 51% on the low end.
Imagine there's no cool premise to this video. I'm just getting my ass kicked.
Get a nice 60% off. High roll, high roll, high roll. 50. We have to swap. I'm preserving this 6-0. We're doing this. 168. We're looking at 34% on the low end. And we're looking at exactly 40% on the high end. This isn't going to kill. Wait, why did I calc for E-speed? I should have dragged.
Real Shot was watching the video work earlier and so deeply. Thank you, Ren. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Oh, is it this track? Yeah, it's just the bass and whatever this is.
My God.
Also, you can kind of hear I kept the like the dialogue continues into where Vinny is with, but I did the thing where I deafen it. I love doing that. I love doing that, especially for something like this. Like you hear me laughing in the background. It's just him like.
Stay calm. You're a guest in this house, all right, dude?
Oh, here comes the Vinny moment.
We just earthquake. 22 times 100. We get a high roll, we kill. Oh, okay, not quite. That's fine.
This is so embarrassing. I'm getting killed out here. I just hope when the battle's over, Frank goes, yeah, you know, all my Pokemon at double your Pokemon stats. And then I could be like, oh, okay, cool. If he hits me with this is just a regular battle. You just suck.
So like that's what I'm talking about. I love just abruptly stopping everything. What's kind of cool is like, wait, like, you know, have like when I'm so intentional about, when you're intentional about having everything flow and like everything's blended and yada, yada, yada. When you make a shitty, I say shitty, but it's not shitty. When you make a shitty cut, you make a cut that's bam, abrupt, makes no goddamn sense, cuts everything off, maybe sometimes in the middle of a sentence. I've done that before. Like you know, I love that because you know it's intentional. You know, I'm just fucking like, it's just funny. You know what I mean? And it's like what I was saying earlier with the contrast. Like you have all this, everything is blending together. The transitions are nice. Everything flows. And then you just, bam, just a fucking raw take of Vinny being like, yeah, he probably rigged it. Like that's so, I love that, man. It's so, it's just, I don't know. I love it.
Stay calm. You're a guest in this house, all right, dude?
We just earthquake. 22 times 100. We get a high roll, we kill. Oh, okay, not quite. That's fine.
This is so embarrassing. I'm getting killed out here. I just hope when the battle's over, Frank goes, yeah, you know, all my Pokemon at double your Pokemon stats. And I can be like, oh, okay, cool. If he hits me with this is just a regular battle. You just suck.
So yeah, there you go. Another transition. What's up, Pumpkin?
Times 178 divided by Glamora's defense divided by 50 plus 2 times 2 times 1.5. It's stab divided by 159. Okay, we're looking. Oh my God, it might not kill. 95% is the low roll. And then, wow, and then 101 is the high roll. So it could kill. It's just, we got to get a high roll. Ironhead. Dude, it's so free. Let's go. Dude, a 6-0.
It was a 6-0. Okay. So it was just an even Pokemon battle, but you could calc and I couldn't?
Well, not that I could calc. It was a hindrance to me. I'm doing it by hand, like with a fucking marker.
Wait, what? So you don't have a damage calculator? You're just doing damage calcs like math?
Yeah, let me send you it.
And I still got 6-0'd?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I need to retire.
No, it was bad.
So yeah, that's kind of it. That's kind of it. We actually, I guess it's been 2 hours. I was gonna say we were getting through it pretty slow, but we picked up at the end there. I guess there wasn't really as much to talk about as because we kind of just shoehorned everything in the beginning. But yeah, once again, first of all, thank you guys for even sitting here and watching this. I appreciate that. Thank you for watching the actual video. I hope you guys liked it. I just want to like double down, triple down, reiterate, like the way I do things is not objective in any way. Like this is just, I don't know, I guess the way I like to make shit. And you know, I mean, obviously, you know, there's if you want to take inspiration, right? Obviously from like what I've done or made or whatever and apply it to your own shit, like that's great. That's awesome. But you know, it's like, you know, find your own thing and make your own path and fucking make what you think is right. You know what I mean? Like make something that you personally really fuck with. I mean, God, I mean, I've been doing this for so long and I still have a lot to learn. So much to learn. As I said, in a week, probably tomorrow, I'm gonna hate this video. I mean, even watching it back a couple times, like, you know, I mean, there's a level of like being proud of it, but also, I mean, there's a level of like, oh, I could have done that better. Could have done that better. But also, I think it's important, you know, not to be hard on yourself, right? Especially like if you're learning, like, you know what I mean? Learning how your brain works is always cool. I'm glad, Pumpkin. Yeah, thank you. I know this stream was probably, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know why I did this, to be honest. I was just, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to nerd out and geek about it. Because like, as I said, like there's so many things that I've even by going through and like dissecting it, I feel like I've learned something with this. You know what I mean? Which is cool. As I said, a lot of this stuff is intuition. And I know it's not helpful to say that, right? Like, especially if you're like trying to get into editing or anything, like it's really, you know, for me to just sit here and be like, it's just intuition. Like, I know it's not helpful, right? But I think it's just reps, getting the reps in, finding what you fuck with. You know what I mean? As I said, like what like the style of video that I do, how many fucking layers I add, like none of that is what makes a video good. What makes a video good is the soul of it, right? The fucking like the expression you put into it, the cut, right? Just the simple shit. I mean, you can put as much pain as you want on a pig. It's still a fucking pig. You can emphasize with music anything you want, but if what you're emphasizing isn't good, it's not going to resonate with people. Yeah, and I appreciate all the positive feedback, and constructive feedback as well. I've been trying to avoid, honestly, reading comments altogether. Not because I don't value people's feedback. Of course I do. But I've found myself, especially last year, I got into a rut with really, as I said earlier, I was thinking too much. I was thinking too much when I was editing, and I still kind of am. But I was thinking too much about like what other people would want from it. And ironically enough, something I've been trying to really focus on is what people want from what I'm making is selfishly what I want to make. Or how does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Anyway, what I'm saying is like the more authentic I am to like making something that I actually fuck with, I think the more people are going to resonate with it. Instead of trying to make something with these ideas of what people expect it to be. Or something. I don't know. I'm going to keep trying to make dope shit. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the stuff I do, and I'm gonna keep making stuff. And if you fuck with it, that's tight. If you don't fuck with it, that's also tight. Oh, Lids, appreciate that. Thanks for another banger, boss man. It's the Astro Mania video of all time. Thank you, Lids. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll do this again in the future. Maybe not. I don't know. It was fun. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Also, member videos are coming back soon. I went out, working on this project. I kind of just, like, this is like all I was doing. Also, we're going to be streaming again soon. Probably in a few days. We'll go live again. Well, we're streaming, right? But, like, we'll do like an actual, like a regular stream. And it'll be fun. Thank you guys for the support. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great night. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Have a good one.